My name is Steve Holland.
Hi, I'm Brian Spears. I'm down here at the Fair Housing Center.
Back in 2014, my wife and I, we had purchased a new house in White House, Ohio. We moved our family there, and immediately upon moving in, we were notified that swing sets were not allowed in the HOA bylaws.
We were told that we were not allowed to have swing sets or play equipment or anything for children. I spoke with the president, was not getting anywhere with them. They allowed stuff for adults as part of pergolas and outdoor equipment for them, but nothing for children.
This is very upsetting because we had two children. We had a newborn, a son at the time, and a 2.5-year-old daughter. Much to my dismay, when my wife and I were having these discussions, my daughter had overheard it. She raised the question as to why the neighbors didn't like her and why they didn't want to allow her to play on her swing set. Obviously, as a parent and as a father, this was very upsetting to myself and to my wife. It didn't seem right, but it was in the HOA bylaws. As we went through this process within our neighborhood, we also learned that other people within the neighborhood were also experiencing the same type of discrimination.
A neighbor came to me and said at the Fair Housing Center, maybe able to help me out. So I reached out, and the staff was wonderful. They brought me in right away, heard my story, and said it's absolutely against federal law there with family status.
After going through this for about 2.5 years or better, and after everybody telling me I couldn't beat an HOA, after having attorneys tell me it would cost me thousands or tens of thousands of dollars and I probably still wouldn't win, I eventually found the Fair Housing Center. I contacted them somewhat reluctantly. I didn't know if it would apply to me, but I contacted them, and I really wish I would have contacted them earlier.
That most people, when I was speaking to them at work, were unaware there was, protection for families.
And just so you're aware, I wasn't even sure this was discrimination. It just seemed like something that wasn't right to me. So this was new, an area I'd never experienced before.
So the staff actually met with us, met with the president, went over several different things with him, showing how this is unfair, this is discrimination against families, and they were not a believer of that as well, so they kept fighting back.
The Fair Housing Center stayed with me through the entire process. They went down to the meeting with the one government, with the state, and with the HOA, and I'm very happy to say we were able to mediate it with the neighborhood, and now swing sets and children's play equipment are allowed within the neighborhood, and they are written into the bylaws.
We actually just finished our case in September. We met with the House of Rights Commission, and once we went through negotiations back and forth, we actually won our case, and we were able to put swing sets up, backboards, and different types of equipment for children out there.
But contrary to what everybody said, it didn't cost me tens of thousands or thousands. In fact, it didn't even cost me $1, and I mean that in the literal sense. It didn't cost me $1 for me to interact with Fair Housing. They totally stood up for our rights. They totally got the right thing done.
They know the rules and regulations better than anybody, obviously, for what they do, and they can help. They can help you find out if you can or do not have a case against somebody that may be discriminating against you.
Very confident that this will serve future generations within our neighborhood very well, and I'm also very confident that when it comes time to sell our home and move on, that our home will command a good, fair price and market value. Meaning that children's play equipment is also allowed within our neighborhood, as it should be.
I've never felt discriminated against, and when this actually happened to you, I actually had an understanding what people go through when they are discriminated against, and finding out I am a protected class. And I've really felt that I have something to understand what people go through on a daily basis, where I was going through the first time of my life. So it was eye-opening for me, and I understand why these laws now are put in place.
Go down to Fair Housing, tell them your story. They'll tell you whether or not you're being discriminated against. And if you are, they'll be very gracious, and they will help you get through the whole process and stand up for yourself. Thank you.
So we are in the process of building our swing set in our backyard. Our family couldn't be more proud. So I can't thank the Fair Housing Center enough for what they've done for us.